What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Trail Theory Podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Alex.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Pfeiffer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Trail Theory Podcast.
That's where we are.
Yes.
That's where we are. Gentlemen, how we feeling? How we looking? How we doing?
Oh, we're looking phenomenal as always.
Sharp.
Sexy boys.
Yes. Sharp.
That
Sexy
never changes.
boys.
The lights are bright.
We're back in the studio.
We're back in
We're not in
studio.
a van.
We are not in a van. That was fun, though.
It was fun. I
it was good.
actually, I love From the Trail, but I hope we do that again sometime.
It worked
was
out
pretty
way
cool.
better than I thought. I thought we were going to get home, and I was going to get the video, because we used to GoPro, and I thought it was going to be like
moving around.
But it was
I
was
think
fun.
I said
was cool.
though when you showed us the underwater video.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time, in my mind, I'm like a GoPro. It's
Yeah,
not gonna look
it's a
good.
GoPro. It's
and
so
then every
tiny,
single
yeah.
time I
Blows
see
your
the
mind.
footage, it's like, how the hell
For real?
does this footage look like this?
I'm
Yeah,
not.
it's
I'm
wild.
not bringing my FX3 on the next trip. I'm only bringing a GoPro.
If you
Yeah.
didn't tell me that, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And some of the
It's
video
just-
is like
I don't think
insane.
it's worth. I mean, it was really great to have that.
Yeah, but
like,
the poundage, yeah. It's just-
Yeah, it's 7
weight.
extra pounds for that fing thing,
Yeah,
plus
dude.
all my batteries and all the other shit. It's like, nah, if I the
GoPro.
GoPro with a couple batteries, we're good.
Well, moral
That's
of the
like,
story.
that's like not even a pound.
Last episode was from the
crazy.
van. If you didn't see it, it's up here.
Yeah.
But super fun, and we're happy to be back in the studio.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a reason why GoPro is like a household name, even for people who don't like know anything about cameras.
Oh, right.
Everybody knows what GoPro is.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
so easy
and
to
they're
use,
easy
dude.
to use. There's
Yeah,
not
it's
a
so
lot of
easy.
features. Push the button.
Did Red
record.
Bull
Right.
make GoPro, or
don't know.
did
I
GoPro
mean-
make GoPro?
I don't know, but Red Bull, in my opinion, can do no wrong.
I just sent you a Red Bull thing today. Did you see
Every
it?
single time I see something that's got Red Bull, I'm just like, I'm in. I want to go to Fluke. Yeah, we've talked about Fluke.
This is a new
It is
thing.
it is on my bucket
I
list.
had
Oh,
not
yeah.
seen this before. It was
The tandem bikes.
the tandem
Yeah,
bikes.
yeah, I saw
What?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the
Explain.
one? Did you see the one where the dude is rock climbing on the plane?
Oh, I
What are we
did see that one.
talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Go back for
So,
me,
all right.
myself and the listeners.
All right.
Tandem-
So
we'll
we've
get
talked
there.
about Flugtag.
Right.
Yeah.
You
It's
know what
where
that
it's
is.
where they jump off the ramp and try and fly.
Try and
And I'm
fly,
not
right?
going to be able
Like
to
crazy
put that in because
contraptions
of
and-
copyright. so
the tandem bikes
look it up.
one is there's a very narrow
with little
It's like a-
ups and
it's like a-
downs
yeah,
and like
ups and
ramps.
downs, yeah.
and you try and
and
get
it's
to the
over
end.
water, so it's a very narrow bridge basically,
Oh,
like only the length of a few
I
tires
have
or the width of
seen
a few
those.
tires.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't realize that was Red Bull.
Dude, the one, oh my God, this chick, she played it so hard because they were going like up that one thing that kind of comes
And
down
then
like a
it
teeter-totter.
teeter-totters. Yeah.
And then
Oh.
on the
Yeah,
bottom
dude.
section of the teeter-totter, the whole bike flips up.
Yeah,
and
it's a yard sale.
Instead of going off the small little ledge, she face plants right into it.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
thing. It's
no.
like,
The thing is, they all go so slow.
Yeah.
Because like if the
Yeah, you
faster you
gotta
go,
just rip.
you just
Yeah.
gotta go.
You gotta go for it.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
they're
God,
all
it's
trying
so
to be
good.
careful and like balance, and they just wipe out.
The
I
other
love
one is
The ramps.
they have like the Red Bull plane, and
Right, which
they
was cool.
mounted like holds
Rock
for like
climbing
rock
holds.
climbing on it, and someone works around the entire plane and then makes it to the top of the plane.
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
jumps
wild.
off.
That's
Took him like 4
crazy.
tries.
Yeah,
Four tries
I think
or something?
4 times to
That's
get over
incredible.
fast.
insane.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like that kind of stuff. When I think about
I want to be on the idea team.
Like,
for
what
Red Bull.
kidding, man.
Just
What
like
great marketing,
like what
dude.
you could just find something crazy to do
Right.
and we'll do it.
Red Bull, call us. We'll put you in the fridge. Let's go. Let's get
sit us in
something
a
going.
conference room and just say,
Let's
make
go.
up crazy ideas and we'll do it.
I mean,
And then
I don't think any of
I'll do
us
that
are going to
for
be
free.
willing to do any of the shit that they want to do that's crazy like that. Like,
Well, we'll think
they
of
have
it though.
people that jump out of spaceships.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Skydive
quite
from
literally.
space.
yeah,
Quite
Yeah,
literally.
legit.
yeah.
They did.
So,
There's the
man.
guy that actually they just had somebody just last week who had like the highest drop in on a skateboard in
Yeah,
the world.
that was
Oh, I saw that
wild.
too.
Dude,
the test of
like
him like hitting the
insane.
dummy pad and all
yeah,
that.
yeah, and
hit
dude,
that dummy pad
again,
so
the
hard.
GoPro video on his helmet
Yeah.
was like crazy. Like
Yeah.
him just standing up there,
It was
looking down at the skateboard
It
about
made
to
my
drop
palms
in.
sweat.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, so on that note, we were just I don't know if we talked. I don't think we talked about
On
this
that
on our
note.
last episode. From the van, but we just passed Lake Placid.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk about those ski
Man.
jumps? Could
Oh,
you imagine
so
being at the top
awesome,
of those
dude.
and just saying,
They're
"Not going in"?
the long jumps.
Huge.
They're massive.
They're way bigger than I ever imagined.
If there
Insane.
were, if
Horrifying.
I would only do it if it was like into just a sea of like one massive ball pit or just one
I
massive
would
foam
think
pit.
that would hurt like
Only
a son
do
of a
it.
bitch.
I would do
never-
it under no
I would,
circumstances.
if there was absolutely, if I just fell into a cloud and that was it, I could
If
just
I
be
knew I
craned out
could
of there,
make it
I'd
down,
do it. Yeah.
that's the thing is like getting like shaky and like near the end. You're like, whoa, dude.
Well, you're kind of.
It's not about landing. It's about just
It's like
getting
riding a
in
bike down a
no,
set
it's
in the air.
very much about landing. You're in the air.
No,
what
no,
the hell are you gonna do?
But like if you're
But
going to a
it's
foam
so-
pit, like just make it to the ramp. I feel
Yeah.
like is hard.
aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's like-
Aren't they
it's
basically
narrow.
locked into like a track?
They're locked
though?
into a track. Yeah,
When
the
you're
skis
going
are in a
down? Yeah.
track and they go down because like you wouldn't be able to like your
There'd be a
leg
lot of
strength was
chattering.
I feel like
ridiculous.
they're basically on like a railway.
You're in a
It's
track.
like,
Yeah,
they're in a
okay.
chute,
Big thing is,
and
like,
then they just
how-
launch.
That's
Yeah.
better. But do
Yeah.
you see how high they go?
So
It's
high.
so high.
Hell no.
We have not even touched
No.
the subject
We're
tonight.
6 minutes in, and the only reason they know it is because they clicked
They
on
clicked
it.
on
They're
it.
like,
and they're
yeah.
like, oh, they're gonna talk about wildlife
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're
Bears.
not. At minute 50, we'll start.
Bears and
Eventually,
wildlife.
eventually.
safety.
All right, we'll get there. Take us there, Austin.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, cool.
God.
Yeah, no, we can talk about that. So yeah, we wanted to tonight's topic. We want to talk about wildlife and safety precautions. Why it's important to be aware and be safe with wildlife. One of the reasons why I picked this, or like why I wanted to do this episode, is because and maybe I should wait. I should have finished the book before we recorded the podcast. But I'm in the like a little bit past the middle of a book right now. That's it's called Dusk, and Robbie something is the author. I should probably look it up.
His last name's something.
Something.
You keep talking. I'll look it up while you do.
Okay, thank you.
Robbie something.
Dusk, his first name's Robbie. So this is a story. It takes place in like New Zealand. It's these twins, a brother and a sister, who are like kind of like have a history. This takes place in
Twins.
like the turn of the century. And it's they're kind of like into thievery and trying to survive.
Are not.
Thank
Robbie
you.
are not.
Are not.
Anyways, they hear about this bounty.
All your base
oh my god.
are belong to us.
What?
What a
Brian doesn't know that. Yeah.
we just lost 75% of the
What?
audience.
Some of them
Except
get it.
unless they're our age. That's, I mean, back in E-Bomb's world.
That's
and
literally like
all
the first
your
like
base, your base,
meme. That's like
base,
25-year-old meme.
All your
Bro.
base are belong to
That
us,
was like
man.
OG.
In the dark.
Anyway,
All right.
Anyway,
Keep going.
Are
Dusk.
not.
Dusk is about a this brother and sister who find out that there's this bounty on this one puma that is wreaking havoc in this area, in this villages, and it's like tearing people apart. There had
You
been
said
pumas
a
for years.
puma.
A puma.
Dude, pumas.
And pumas have been like they
Big
had like
cats.
been around, and they had kind of drove them out because like they brought them in to take care of the deer, but they just went too far, so they were able to kill a lot of them. But there's one that they call Dusk, and Dusk is dangerous as and the whole idea is they're
The
like
Rambo of
they're
the
not really
pumas.
prepared to fight this thing, but it's like their
Chuck
only
Norris
option because
of
they have no
pumas.
money. But anyways, that's like the dangers of like wildlife and things like that are definitely on top of mind because I'm reading this book. But I will say, I also, even though I haven't finished it, I will recommend it if you love writers who can just beautifully describe the landscape. This is probably the best writing I've ever read when it comes to that, because a lot of times I feel like a lot of writers are a little bit so poetic that they're like, are you trying to describe the landscape or showing off how many beautiful words you know?
So it's just
Not this.
well
It is
descriptive.
just,
Yeah.
It's, I can feel it, and I've never been to a place like that, so it's just phenomenal. But besides
Nice.
that,
I mean, it's also
intriguing.
It is also relevant because we were in 80K. Unfortunately, Paul's not here, but Paul was attacked by a bear.
Yeah,
and
he
if
was.
you were
Yeah.
if you
That's
did
why
the
he's
from
not
the
here.
episode, that's
Yeah.
why one
Yeah.
of the reasons. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
just
gone.
kidding. He's not.
He's,
Paul's fine.
Paul is not behind the ones and twos. Congratulations to Paul. He had a little baby boy
Yay.
born, so
I hope
we
he-
gave him some time off, some
I-
paternal
yeah.
leave for paternity leave.
I did not sign that.
He gets one night.
We do
That's
not
it.
offer
One
any
night.
paternity leave at all.
Baby was
so-
born this morning, so
He
he's off
gets
tonight.
tonight off.
He's
But
gonna get
tomorrow
docked.
he's got to get back on it. So.
Like he's off the payroll right now.
And he's got to work double.
Sorry. Yeah,
You know.
he's
Sorry,
a dad.
bud.
He's putting some makeup.
He
down
didn't
there
do
for
any of the
sure.
work. Okay.
Congrats, Paul.
Congrats.
Very happy
of
for
course.
you, buddy.
Very
Congrats,
happy.
of course.
So I think it's important to talk about why wildlife should be on your mind. And I know we joke all the time that like we don't ever see.
We saw a
anything.
deer the last time, but that's about it.
I saw
I'm still convinced that bears aren't even real.
The most nonchalant deer too. Like
It was
we
pretty chill.
stumbled up on it. It's just laying down, staring at us.
Cute
right.
little guy too.
It didn't do anything.
She was cute, and we were only 20 feet away from it.
Pretty
and
close.
Didn't flinch.
Not even
a
once.
muscle.
We did see deer at the second time we went to Dolly Sods too.
Yeah.
Well,
If you
yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
could not have cared less.
We also
that
saw
were there.
yellow jackets.
So,
I
man.
guess, yeah.
Hey, well, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, I don't know if we want to
What are
leave
you
with that.
scared of?
That was crazy,
Bees.
We'll get there.
Yeah, that was an experience.
But I think it's important though to
Great movie.
talk about maybe some experiences and stories of why wildlife awareness is important.
Yeah.
I have a couple that I can think of. So back in 2020, there were some hikers in the Smokies on the Appalachian Trail. And this is why we'll talk about food storage and why it's important. But there were some hikers that had some improperly stored food, and black bears ripped through their tents, shredded the tents, got in there in their food. And although the humans weren't injured, the bears had to be euthanized. And it just shows how
a bummer.
careless behavior can endanger both people and the wildlife. So it's not always just getting attacked by a puma. It is also, respect for the land and for the
and it's not always just
animals.
about them getting a meal, right?
Right.
Like that. I mean, obviously that's a big piece of it, and that is ultimately what keeps them coming back. Is they think that that's what's a tent,
Right.
There's food, right? That's kind of the thing, but
Training them too.
and also,
you're
realize
ultimately training them,
right,
Yeah.
realizing that if they were to get at your food and get away with it, and you're unharmed, great, you're safe. But that's a failure.
It is
Like
of course.
you've now made it unsafe for the next person
Right.
because they're
Yeah,
getting used to that.
think about that though. That's actually kind of like a haunting thing when you if
How many times before
how
did
many
that-
times
yeah.
before us at spots we've been to.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you go to? I mean, go on a well-traveled trail. I'm thinking about when we were in Banff, Allison and I. How many animals would just come and sit at our feet, and it's very clearly because people are feeding these
Yeah,
little
right.
things.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, they were little chipmunks and whatnot, but you become keenly aware of the reality of people feeding these little animals because it's they're just they'll come sit in your hand.
Yeah,
A
right.
squirrel will come sit in your
Absolutely.
hand. It's this is not normal.
Yeah, that's definitely somebody feeding. When I was doing a lot of marathon training, the path that I would always go on early in the mornings, I would do long runs on Saturday mornings, and always about halfway through there was always a spot where this, I called her squirrel lady, would be walking, and she had bags of peanuts. And she would scatter them all over. I almost stepped on multiple squirrels when I was training for this thing.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
she would say hi, and I'm like, stop doing this. Your squirrels are going to get squished by bikes and feet. They would not move eating these peanuts. It was insane. Now that was more of a paved situation, kind of through neighborhoods, so
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't
still the
so
same
wild.
idea.
But it still is not cool.
And even on that small scale, you're still training animals to not have to, do what they normally do in
Right.
nature and just show
It's
up.
not
and-
a dog in your house.
yeah.
It's a squirrel out in the woods.
Yeah.
It's an animal in
It's
the
a
woods.
wild animal.
So on the other side of that, the black bear story kind of tells you why it could be dangerous for the animal and all that kind of things. Another story in Yellowstone not long ago, a solo hiker, was surprised by a grizzly and was fatally mauled. They showed that they had no bear spray, and they were hiking by herself. And it's just to highlight and preface this episode by saying preparedness and being aware of what you should be doing is so important.
Yeah. And it's always
so-
it's we, like you said, you led with the fact that we joke we never see wildlife, but
Our group's too
it's
big.
when you're doing stuff right, it's hard to notice and
Yeah,
it's
right.
oh yeah, that went really well. It's well,
It's because you did a bear bag.
right,
and
but when
you
it-
had
It's like
bacon
leaving a
and-
review for
yeah.
good service, right?
exactly.
Nobody
Yeah,
does
yeah,
that.
It's
Right.
when it goes awfully wrong. It's oh, I know exactly
Right.
why. it
Let me
went
talk
wrong.
to your manager.
But here's
Yeah.
all the times, so the fact that we don't and that we can make that joke is a good thing. It means we're doing something
So,
right.
so while I was doing some of this research real quick, one of the first things that popped up was just the Latin word for bear. Do you guys know what it is?
No.
It's Ursa's.
boo boo.
Yeah, like Ursa Major, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Ursa,
Ursa.
there you go. The
Yeah.
constellations.
And I couldn't help but to immediately go, is that why the fucking company named themselves Ursac?
Of course it is.
It's gotta be.
But like I never, yeah, of course it is. But like I never ever. Put
I
those
will say
two
I
together.
wasn't. I didn't.
Like,
actually
was over
put
my
that
I'm like,
head.
is that please?
no,
If
that
you work
makes
for the
sense.
company, is that why you guys did that? Because that
I'm
would make
sure,
100% sense.
I mean,
But
the only
like,
other. Did we talk about this before? I feel
Dude,
like the only
what?
other explanation.
Why is that
we
the
talked
first
about
time?
sack?
That's
It's
we
like,
have
it's
definitely
yours.
talked about Ursac.
Yeah.
I did not put that together. That's a
but
good
what's the
thought.
K? Well, yeah, well. I'd
Well,
be
but it's a
curious if there's-
sack,
Yeah,
'cause it's a
exactly.
sack. So
exactly.
Ursa-
yeah,
Ursac.
but Ursac,
No,
yeah,
I'm just.
Ursus.
I want to know. I want to know the order. We should ask. See if
That's
they'll,
what I'm
see if
saying.
they'll get us
Yeah.
a
Hey,
response.
Reach
yeah.
out.
Ursac, tell us.
Let us know.
We're assuming it's
Every
and if
name-
it's not,
Explain
you can
to me
take
why
credit
I
for
would
it.
ever buy one of your products because I still don't get it.
I mean, I understand, but
He's alone in that. I mean, it makes it's the same as a bear canister. What's any different?
It is not.
It absolutely is. It serves the same purpose. We've talked about this.
I mean, yeah, bear canister
we're
isn't
gonna
fi-
pour warm gravy on this conversation again. and have
it's
it.
gonna come up anyways. We're talking about all this stuff at bear safety and everything.
Warm
But like
gravy.
the bear can isn't smell proof, so like
Right.
Yeah,
Neither is the
and neither-
Ursac.
Those
Right.
oatmeal
No, right.
cream pies.
so
in
you want to
80K,
spend
they can
$90 on
smell
one
'em.
thing or $90 on another thing?
right
Then why can't you bring those in the 80K?
because
80K is
certain
particular.
places have certain rules and
Why
they're
can't you
allowed
bring
to
any
have those
other
rules.
any kind of bear canister?
So they
in
lock well
Adirondacks?
enough to knock it in.
Ursacs?
yeah.
It's Kevlar. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Like if you didn't want to hang a bear bag and you didn't also want to carry an additional like what are our cans like almost 2 pounds,
Almost,
1.9 or something like that pounds.
Just call it 2.
Like if you didn't want to carry an additional 2 pounds and you wanted to
Kevlar's
protect your
not-
stuff and not hang your, you could.
Kevlar's
use
not
the
light,
Kevlar's
Ursac.
not light either. I mean, but
No.
it'll be somewhat light, and it's a flexible bear
pliable.
canister.
It's more
Yeah,
flexible.
It's a flexible
right.
bear
Yeah, so it's
canister.
gonna sit a little better in your pack.
We're talking about bear safety and animal safety and all this stuff, right? I'm gonna just get some stuff out here, get it off
Get it
my
off your chest. All right.
That is
Breathe,
one of
brother.
Session.
just. There's a bunch of
One.
reasons why
Deeper
I
and
hate
deeper.
bear cans. There's a bunch. I understand and I fully support why we use them, but it doesn't mean I can't hate them. Okay, so. One of the biggest reasons I hate the bear can is because I love the fact that when you're using your bag, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and your pack gets smaller and smaller and smaller. There's zero of that happening with the bear can. That is so annoying.
I'll challenge
so
that.
annoying.
I'll challenge that because you kind of get it twice. Well, actually, no. You get it in a different way because within the bear can itself, day one, night one is like
Loaded.
I can't even
You can't
I
put
can't even
anything in
open this
there.
thing because I packed
Yeah.
it so tight. And then every meal is like, oh, it gets a little easier to maneuver and kind of
Sure.
Organize.
get
Yeah.
through. And then by the end, it's like, oh, I just got this empty kind of can.
Yeah,
You
but
get a
it's
little bit
still
of it.
huge in your pack.
Yeah, but it's lighter.
So I will say this.
Yeah, if your
The-
food bag is lighter too.
I
Like,
agree.
it's
I
just-
agree. I can agree with you on the sentiment that the food bag getting squished is a nice thing. But I guess when my bear can is in my bag, it doesn't really bother me when it's. I mean, the weight of the can
It
bothers
throws my
me.
whole packing scheme off.
That's what it is.
I hate
it.
it.
That's
That's
for
another
Brian,
reason why.
For Brian, that is it. That's
No,
the
I mean
whole
it's
thing.
also 2 additional pounds.
He can't put it in one of his little.
I hate
pod
that
things.
too.
So it immediately is,
and it doesn't.
out.
It does not fit very well, even sideways. There's still a
listen,
ton of room.
I'm not saying it's perfect.
It's not.
It is like it is an inch away from being.
I'm
a
gonna
better
say
size.
something, and I love you to death.
It's
But
awful.
I like the ability to I just smash my shit down with
Yeah.
it into my bag.
Yeah,
and it
still
gets
no
it up.
room to go.
I move
I-
things
I'm gonna-
around it. Like
I'm
it's
gonna say
squished it.
something.
I have to now.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
something. I love Brian to death. If Hyperlight came out with a bear can that fit into in a modular way,
Oh.
he would 100%
Dude,
get it.
if you made a bear can,
And you
Take
would
my
s- and you
$900
would swear by
if
it.
you
Because
make a
Hyperlight,
bear-
you're listening, and we know that you
And
are.
you would
We are-
swear
yeah.
by it, and you wouldn't take a bear bag anymore.
that is it. He just gave you the fucking home run idea. Hyperlight, do
You'll
it
sell one.
with a pad on the side that goes onto your back, so that way you don't have anything hard hitting your
just,
back.
just make a
In
prototype version
the
for him.
same shape as your bag. You don't have to make it super full, just the same volume that the other ones are, right? And it would fit flat and perfect. Oh my god, open up like a fucking briefcase. Let's go.
Snackle box.
Let's go. We're gonna
my
have
God.
to email them and be like, look,
We got this idea for you.
we have this idea. You need to do this.
Hey,
Better
Red
you just
Bull.
need a
man.
hyper sack.
Hey, Red
Like
Bull.
the
I mean
hyper
Hyperlight.
sack.
I got an idea. I
A hyperbox?
We just marketed
let's
it, too.
Go.
Hyperbox. The
Let's
Hyperbox.
go.
You're a hyper piper.
Yeah.
So I
He's so good.
I
It's a thought.
80K was my first time using the bear can, and I will say I think hearing Brian's complaints, I thought I was gonna dislike it more than I thought, but I actually didn't mind it.
It sucks.
I really didn't mind it.
The
You're crazy.
only downside to me is the limitation.
It just needs to be a little bit bigger.
But here's the thing. I don't
forced-
mind the limitation because I'm really good at in my pack packing just enough to when we leave off the trail, I have nothing left, and I'm not hungry.
I thought about this all
I'm good with
day.
that.
I got
too.
creative with it.
I thought about this all day because I knew that was going to come up, and I knew that you've said it too. You're like, but it limits what I can bring. I don't bring as much snacks that I don't need. Okay, cool. Use the fucking bear can to pack all your stuff, and then take it out and then put it in your bag when you don't need to use it. Like, then you have the exact amount of food that you had to bring anyways.
Yeah, but
you're
then,
not bringing extra snacks.
Yeah, but then at the gas
and you're
station
done.
on the way to the trail, you're like,
Oh no, we
look at
never
that."
do that.
Hey,
And has anyone gone,
We-
hey, I need to get a bunch of stuff food wise?
Okay, that's
No,
a good
but
idea.
put it in your pack.
It's
Gas
a good.
station-
You're
gas
right.
station
It is a
candy
good
has made
idea.
it on the trip.
I could.
It is, yeah, you could.
But I'm just saying, like, if I have to take the bear can, I don't
The
mind
bear-
that
the
little
bear
like
can-
weird bonus.
The bear can puts you in a box where there is an established set of rules and there's an established capacity where there's no stretching. There's no you're stuck with the cubic whatever square footage
Yeah.
of
Well, that's why
whatever the
Brian doesn't-
volume of what's in that
That's why
can.
Brian doesn't like it. It puts baby in a corner, and he doesn't like
Yeah,
it.
and
That's right.
and quite frankly, I'm okay
Yeah.
being boxed in
I
on
like
it. I don't mind it. I wish it was lighter. If I have the choice to take it and not take it, I'm choosing not to take it because I agree.
'Cause you're a sane person.
It's nicer to pack without it, but I don't know. My pack didn't look any bigger with the bear can.
That is surprising. But you didn't put it horizontally, or did you put it
I put it
horizontally?
horizontal.
Did you? I ended up having to put it vertically on the other opposite side of my clothes because that was about what weighed.
So I stack, and then
Yeah.
bear
I
can.
love how particular you guys are about all that.
So-
Man.
you have
well, it
to
all
be.
just fit. I mean, with
Yeah.
the pods, it's like you can't really
That's what I'm
not do
saying.
it.
Yeah,
no,
right,
I know,
right,
I get it.
But-
you
Yeah.
guys would have a conniption if you saw the inside of my pack.
So okay, we'll probably talk more about bear cans and bear food safety going forward. But I wanted to kind of talk about like common wildlife encounters that you could see in North America. Obviously black bears are the most common.
Well, birds are probably a little more common. Though.
Yeah, but you don't have to do much with birds. You just look at
Common
them.
wildlife.
Just don't, I don't know, try to catch one. Like, there's nothing you really have to do. with
I don't
birds.
know.
Just put your hand out with some peanuts on it.
That movie Birds was scary.
It was, yeah. Black birds. Jesus. Black bears, common in most U.S. backpacking in the backcountry. Usually shy, but again, they're opportunistic. What is the word?
Opportunistic.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
When it comes to food, so
Buttery, flaky.
they're like big raccoons.
That's what they say.
They're big raccoons.
That's what
big dog.
That's what the ranger at Adirondacks told us the first time was. He's like, yeah, it's like a big raccoon. You just
raccoon.
yell at it,
I
it'll
mean-
go away. Which actually, that brings, not specifically about black bears, but because not everyone's going to be hiking where we are. And obviously, even across the states, there's different areas and different types of bears, and each of them requires kind of a different reaction. So when I was reading through, is that part of that preparedness is knowing, if we're talking just about bears, is that where you're hiking, the type of bear you're most likely to see, and what you should do because it's different.
No, of
so
course,
like a
for
black
sure.
bear, you can just get loud and be like, "Hey, stupid, go
Yeah.
away," and they probably will.
I kind of have a
Try and do that to a
step-by-step
grizzly.
guide here, but we
Me
don't have to
too.
get into it because it's like.
Well, let's talk about it. We got.
I mean,
Well, we can. Hold on. I'm talking about these are like different because we're not just talking bears tonight. We're
Other
talking
bear- yeah,
wildlife,
true,
right?
but
So
yeah.
like number 2, like definitely like grizzly bears, found in like northern Rockies and Alaska. I mean, more defensive and dangerous, obviously.
Yeah.
That's why like a lot of places out west, you're gonna want to bring, bear spray.
Yeah.
That's super important for that kind of thing.
we got to demo the.
We got to do the demo.
One of these
Last
days.
time we talked about this topic, we said the same thing, and we never did it.
Yeah.
Did I send you that video too?
Yeah. We got a demo this
Of what?
in some
Not
capacity.
like that.
Not
What video?
This
No
dude
face
just,
shots.
dude like
But just
pretended
showing
like he
people
was
how-
a bear.
how to deploy.
And he busted this dude right in the face with the bear spray, and he's like, immediately regret this.
Oh, yeah.
immediately regret this.
Like no
what do you
protection.
no.
Oh,
It's the
that's like Jackass.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It was- and this dude, he like, It was very focused.
Oh, dude,
It went just directly in his
the
eyes.
Guy, the
Oh
guy's
my
like
God.
3 feet away.
Yeah.
Like it
Wasn't
bad.
And I mean,
Stupid.
for real, you can cause permanent damage.
Oh, for
doing
sure.
that.
Don't do
because
that.
the force of it in your eyeball.
Yeah.
is-
Do that.
Yeah.
Do not do.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's,
Like just
no
walking through the
bueno.
mist would be one thing.
No.
That would suck. But this dude was caked all over
Yeah.
this guy's face.
Oh my God, that's so insane.
I've had that. Knowing from experience, it sucks.
I can't imagine it's
not-
lovely.
it's not
With the
fun.
pepper spray.
Yeah, not with bear spray.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
had
yeah,
it with the
yeah.
OC spray.
Right.
And it's like in the eyeballs.
Yeah,
It's,
no.
it's the worst.
All right, so keep talking about all the animals because
Yeah.
I have one question after you
All this.
if you deliver all the animals.
So
Choose your fighter.
This one to me is the scariest one, probably the most rare, but like mountain lions.
I was
know.
going to say mountain lions. too.
Rarely seen, but they'll stalk if they feel
Yeah.
territorial. So
I'm realizing I'm way more scared of those than I am. Of
I
bears.
think so.
That was going to be my question,
Yep.
and that was going to be my answer. Was what's most scary
Yeah.
to you? And,
Yeah.
and dude, when
Mountain
you
lions
talk
for
about
sure.
them like stalking you and like following you and like sniffing
Dude, they're
around,
fast.
Cats
they're
are-
fast and
cats are
agile, dude.
terrifying.
There's no way you're going to
No,
outrun
just
it.
in general, and they have no souls, and they just want to murder everything.
Yeah, cats are the worst.
Cats are the worst.
They're awful. Just in general, as like an animal.
a doll's eyes. It's black eyes. A
Yeah, they're
doll's
just.
eyes.
Dangerous,
I hope I never
man.
come across.
Yeah,
one.
mountain lion. That's
Never.
freaky,
Yeah.
dude.
Ugh.
Another surprising one that we wouldn't, at least the places that we commonly go, we wouldn't run into this, but moose. Surprisingly dangerous. They can change.
Yeah.
They can
They're
charge if provoked.
friggin'
Yeah,
huge.
they're
And
massive.
they are.
Size of a van.
They're so big, like
Yeah.
jaw-droppingly big, like
Size of a
surprisingly
SUV, dude.
huge.
It's wild.
They're so tall.
Yeah,
Didn't you ever go into an Abercrombie and Fitch and see that big ass moose on the wall? Usually had like a hockey stick on its antlers.
I can't say I remember that.
I saw a moose once. We saw a moose out in the wild
Yeah, me too.
from our car. Thankfully,
never seen one from
They're-
the-
It was.
in the
they're
wild.
big.
I've never seen,
and it was a little one that we saw. But they're
I've only
they're
seen,
big.
Big.
animals.
I remember seeing like one or two in Alaska, and like they were definitely huge. But you've
Yeah.
seen probably some videos. I know there's one video in particular that I'm thinking of like this towering bull moose that is just
Crossing the street.
I don't. It's like walking down the road or something like that. But it is just
Yeah.
a skyscraper of an animal. It's just insane.
I've
There's
only,
so much
my
bigger than
only
you think.
experience is Rocky and Bullwinkle. So whichever one of them is the moose.
If you give a moose a muffin,
Yeah, that's another one.
yeah. Dude. Well, so this is a funny. Well, funny is not the right word. I don't know if we ever talked about this. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about this, when we were in Banff, the campground we were at, there were 2 moose that were like in the campground,
Ooh.
and they were like, we saw like park rangers with like dart guns and stuff, like
Damn.
trying to take them down. I don't know if
crazy.
we ever talked about this, but
no, I've not heard this from you before.
I remember
That's
I remember hearing something about
crazy.
the bear because they had like a bear that they had tagged, and they're like,
Yeah.
"You better watch out for the bear or whatever."
I'm pretty
So,
sure
I
it was
mean,
moose.
I imagine
that
the
were
same-
in the area that they were
there's-
like.
there's the same risk with moose as bear.
Yeah, they're
It's
they're
yeah,
territorial and
they're
they,
gonna
yeah,
wanna.
they're big and they
They
just
want to want food, maybe.
shake
Right,
things up.
Are they going to go after human food like a bear would? I imagine.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, Paul, look that.
I
Oh,
don't
never
Oh,
mind.
Paul.
Paul.
Darn it.
Darn it.
changing diapers right now. Probably
Another one that it can be freaky or like snakes. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
rattlesnakes out in the west, copperheads in the east.
There's there's a lot of rattlesnakes over by us too.
They usually don't do anything unless they're provoked or
Right.
get stepped on.
Yeah,
but
they-
like,
right.
dude,
they
they're
want nothing
so-
to do with
But they're
us.
so camouflaged, dude.
Yeah,
you could
man.
accidentally step on one. Like it's
Oof.
bad.
and they're scary looking.
dude,
Yeah.
snakes don't. And maybe it's because my knowledge is higher lately, but like I'm not afraid. I mean, I don't want to get bit by a snake.
I don't like
Period.
how
I'll
they
start.
move.
I'll preface it with that. But like, unless you step on a snake or get near one, there is about 0% chance of these things come. Like they're not
Right.
going to
They're not-
chase you.
yeah.
They're gonna defend themselves if they get stepped on.
Right. Yeah.
They're
You're
not.
also
they're
like
not
a-
doing anything with
A
us.
freaking giant. I mean, like how massive you are compared to
Compared to
that
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not going to be like
Not a lot of
trying to
interest.
pick a
I
fight
just,
with
I
you.
just don't trust the way they move.
Yeah,
Not a
I agree.
fan.
No
no,
ropes.
it's
Yeah.
not
Snakes and
no
cats.
ropes.
Snakes and cats for Brian. It's like
And
nope.
spiders. And
Bear,
spiders
bear
either.
cans.
So one surprising one that I don't think we've ever talked about, but is possible to find in the wilderness while you're camping and could be dangerous, are rodents, like rats.
Well, yeah, just 'cause-
Varmint.
Yeah,
Hey, we don't hike in the city.
Well,
Well,
they seem harmless, but they can shoot through packs and tents and get in your
Yeah.
food and spread disease. Pretty,
well, I
pretty
always
hard,
check
so-
when we're in a lean-to.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
for
point.
sure.
I always check to see if there's anything or nests or
mouse.
anything like that because I know that they are they do tend to visit those places because some hikers won't, put their food away the right way.
And I imagine,
it attracts to them,
we're not really in any one place long enough to where I think
not so much for that. I don't think
that would become a huge problem. But
one that we've heard before, was it cranberry? They were either wolves or coyotes.
Coyotes.
Were
for
they
sure.
coyotes?
Yeah, we 100% heard.
Because those are
Yeah.
things that we can get here in the U.S. too, just North America. So you got to be
I don't
kind of
like,
careful
man,
of those.
coyotes, wolves.
I mean, coyotes and wolves. Wolves can. They can be freaking
Wreck you.
dangerous too.
And they can be
but-
big too, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm less scared of wolves
I
than I am
remember
of a mountain lion.
I wasn't with you guys. I had a legitimate conversation with a full-grown man of how many coyotes we thought we could take.
Like
Doesn't
like
surprise
you
me.
versus coyotes.
Yeah, like what size animal do you think you could take before you lose? Like,
All right,
We got all the way up to a giraffe.
What a great game.
This episode is about to change drastically. All right, so give me your number on coyotes.
no,
How many
it
coyotes
wasn't, it
could
wasn't a
you
number.
take?
It was a number. It was the size of the
Oh,
animal.
one-on-one.
So it was like,
Huh.
hey, it's like, could you take?
Mano-y-mano.
Yeah, it was like, could you take a dog? It was like, yeah, I can take
Yeah.
a dog. Yeah, and it's like, all right, and you go up from there. Can you take a coyote? I'm like, yeah, I think so.
Well,
I'm gonna
a
get
coyote is smaller than a dog.
Is it
yeah,
just
but they're like
hand-on-hand
domestic
com-
dog versus coyote.
I guess,
different-
Hand-on-hand
different animal.
combat.
Yeah, it's just you
Fist on
mano
paw.
a mano. Yeah, go for it. And then you just keep going up until it's.
What was your ceiling, Fife?
I think I got through coyote. What was the next one?
Would
after
you be
that?
able to do a wolf? Probably.
No, I don't
If I-
think so, dude.
Dude, I don't know.
Just
Unarmed?
one? Just one?
Dude, that thing would rip you
I'm just
apart.
saying,
Yeah,
while
yeah,
he's
but
gnawing
that's
on
the
my
thing.
arm, then you just start poking his eyes out. You know what I mean? With
The
your
thing
other
is,
hand.
I mean, if you got to put yourself, you are animalistic here, man. Like,
Right.
there's no rules, no olds barred. You got. This
Oh,
is survival.
God.
You
dude.
have to.
Can you take on that animal?
Straight Jason Bourne
And
shit.
then we got into like, we got to gorilla, and I was like,
No,
yeah,
absolutely
And I
not.
think someone in
Dude,
the
I
group
wouldn't even
said
get
they
in the ring,
right,
man.
Not even with
I'm
not even with the chimpanzee would I do
I think
that.
I think someone said they could, and I was like, absolutely
No.
not. No,
You
you're
know,
like,
I'm
you're
delusional.
out of your
Well,
mind.
that's like this.
Yeah.
Like this happened earlier this year on the internet.
Okay,
but the
Tarzan.
big thing that was going around was like 100 men
Oh, yeah.
versus one gorilla. Like,
Yeah.
could they beat one gorilla? No. Gorillas are
They will just
scary as-
tear you apart.
Dude,
Yeah.
they are crazy. Yeah, no.
Dude, gorillas, man. Ooh. Can you imagine running on the trail next to a gorilla?
No.
No.
But anyway,
Scary.
yeah, I could probably take coyote. They don't scare me too much.
Interesting.
Little weasel.
Huh. That was a fun tangent.
It's gonna get you thinking about like, yeah, what animal could I take?
What could I take?
could I
Yeah.
take?
Interesting.
A squirrel.
Could you? Oh, deer. Could you
for-
take a deer down?
Ooh. Probably, I guess.
Here's the thing
but
about
that's
the deer.
scary.
'Cause I thought about
Straight
that
drop
too.
kick one.
They need one good shot. That's it.
If
But
they can catch,
if they don't get it,
catch it,
If you could catch
no,
it.
it's after you. Like you're fighting. You're
It's
boxing.
attacking you.
Yeah,
You're
you are
boxing.
You are. You
Dude,
are.
I think
it
I think a
knows-
solid bicycle kick and bang,
yeah,
dude.
it
Dude, with
knows.
its
It
antlers
knows this is
down?
happening.
oh
right.
no.
Like, come on,
Right.
man.
This,
Yeah.
it knows
Impaled.
this is happening. It's engaged. It's aware of the
I think it
situation.
would F you
buck?
up. I think a buck would
A
F
buck
you
would,
up.
yeah.
dude.
I think so.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Giraffe was talked about. And that
But,
was
but
the same
I
thing.
think
It's
if you
like,
could hit like the broad side of the
No,
deer.
wait, I'm
Giraffes are
sorry.
just too big.
No, you're right. We went off on a completely different rail. We were like gorilla versus giraffe. Who wins?
You know what's funny though? My daughter has these books, and it's always
Yeah,
animal
Would
versus
it win
animal.
or who would win?
Yeah, and there's like lion versus tiger, or
Yeah.
like
Wasn't that a
so-
TV show a
And
while
some
back?
of them are a
Maybe.
little
It's a YouTube series, I
unsurprising.
think.
Like a
a little
they're a bit
surprising,
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's even one that's like alligator versus python, and it's like it's just crazy.
I think that happens in the wild a lot.
Yeah. Whatever ones these guys do, they're like, they don't really see each other. But if they did, like, this is how this
Yeah.
scenario, because
Right,
they have a
right.
bunch of facts, and at the end, they're like, all right, the battle's about to begin. And
Right.
they go through step
I'm
by
fairly
step what
certain
would
there's a
happen.
there's a
Yeah.
YouTube channel that does that, and they like
Probably.
they break
With
it
the
down
animations and
mathematically.
stuff.
and it's
I
Mathematically,
think you're
yeah.
right. I think you're right.
That's crazy. No, dude. So, yeah, dude.
Gosh.
Giraffes are huge, man.
Yeah.
Giraffes. My favorite thing about giraffes are if you explain to somebody who had never seen a giraffe or had never seen a unicorn, and you describe
yeah.
those things, they'd be like, "Well, the unicorn exists, and
Yeah.
the giraffe doesn't." Like
Yeah.
the giraffe. Well, let's see.
'Cause
It's
its neck is
got
12
kind of
feet
like
long.
a tall horse body.
It's wild.
With spots. It has a 10-foot long neck. It's got these little horns on its head and a black tongue.
No, it's a purple tongue.
Or whatever. It's,
Purple.
a dark tongue.
I've actually touched the giraffe tongue before.
Really?
You go to
Yeah.
Cleveland Zoo and feed
And
them.
no, it was you could, yeah, but we were in Texas. We were doing the safari drive-through thing with my dad. We were like little kids, and you open your windows and you're able to feed them. My dad had a
Straight out of your Ursac.
My dad had a T-top like Camaro. And so they were like head in the fucking car. And I remember like having the thing in my hand and it's like licking the inside of the like
Jeffrey
visor.
from Toys R Us.
My dad was freaking out.
Yeah,
oh my
man.
God. It was so fun.
I
But like
remember
my brother and I kind of like, we kind of like touched it. We were like,
Ew.
"Ugh."
I remember like going to
Oh
one of
my
those,
gosh.
and they
Huge,
would have
dude.
like
It's huge.
they would have like water buffalo like licking the windows.
Yeah.
This big flat
Yeah.
tongue just all against the window. So gross, dude.
one of the
Holy
ostriches
crap.
like pounded into the side of my
Oh
dad's
my
car.
God.
He's like,
What are
what
we
the
doing
hell?
here?
He like
Not
gets
the
out. I'm
Camaro.
like, Dad, stay in the car.
What are you gonna do? Hey, ostrich. That's a good one. Can you take an ostrich?
Bro,
No,
no,
absolutely
Nature
not.
is undefeated,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
Dude,
have you ever
ostriches are
seen?
big?
Have
dude.
you ever
Oh, dude,
seen?
they're-
It's like
yeah.
either on like one of the like Planet Earth or Life, one of those shows. Giraffes fight each other.
Oh yeah, they whip their necks
yeah.
around.
Whip their heads.
Yeah,
It's
I don't think I've ever seen this.
dude. It's like how are their necks not
Wild.
It's
breaking,
Yeah.
insane.
It's wild,
dude?
Huh.
Yeah, it's
This is turning
just
into a
aggressive.
safari
Paul, pull that up real
wildlife.
quick.
Yeah.
Paul, damn it, Paul.
Damn it, Paul.
Who would win, giraffe on giraffe?
Dude, it's
I
it's
gotta look that
violence.
up. I'm curious.
It's
I
violent.
hope nobody came to this episode trying to learn something factual.
You'll get something eventually. You gotta stick around. We touched a little bit already.
We never claim to be experts.
You might learn that we maybe. Hey, let us know, gorilla or giraffe. Who's gonna win? I'm
solely
curious.
entertainment at this point.
gorilla
Wow.
or giraffe. I mean, gorilla would snap that.
Well,
Yeah.
one good kick and that gorilla's head is popped off.
Popped off. Dude, they're so strong. Dude, what if you
I don't
gave?
know, man.
What if you gave like a gorilla like steroids? Just put it on like a protein diet, dude.
Dude, have you seen a gorilla's
No.
muscles without steroids?
Bro,
They're already jacked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
you've never seen the
what's
movie Tarzan?
happening?
They don't need anything.
Absolutely, just.
Oh my
They
god.
got all they need.
Yeah, they got
The
all
mega
they need,
gorilla.
man.
I'll tell you one animal that I am nervous about every single time we go out. Every time we go out, I'm nervous about it.
Mosquitoes.
No. Ticks.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
close. I knew it was going to be
Ticks,
something,
man.
not an animal. Or-
Ticks, yeah. That scares me too.
I'm nervous about ticks, but
Ticks suck.
having had an experience this year with a lot of ticks,
I'm not a fan.
I'm less bothered by them.
I do know somebody who got Lyme's disease from tick this summer.
Yeah.
They like symptoms immediate. This is a person that works
It was immediate?
like within a couple days.
Really?
Which is good. 'cause
Yeah,
then
you want-
you
I mean,
want
yes,
the symptoms
yeah,
because
right.
it can take a long time to set in, and then
Yeah.
you got to take care of it as soon as
Right.
possible. But
So they were able to
yeah, and
solve it?
Yeah, well, yeah, and like this is a person who works so much outdoors. Like he's basically a biologist that like he has to spray his clothes in this certain like tick repellent.
it's probably like permethrin or something.
Maybe something like that. I don't know exactly what it's called,
I know
but like
that's for, like,
it
mosquitoes and
stinks.
all sorts
You gotta
of
like
stuff.
spray it and like keep it away. Like it's gotta
Yeah.
be in a
Yeah,
ventilated
yeah.
area and all this kind of stuff. But even so, like he's just out there every single day, and so not that it's inevitable, but yeah, he like sore muscles, extremely
Ugh.
fatigued. Luckily, again, they like basically knew it was that, and so he was able to get treatment for it. But
Damn.
yeah, that sucks, dude. Lyme's is horrible.
And
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those. I don't think about it, except someone inevitably says it on the trip, like,
Oh,
"Hey,
we should check."
check." And it's like, yeah, okay, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem to. Bug
I've had
me.
one on me before. You've had one on you before.
I have.
I weirdly haven't.
Yeah, me neither. They just don't like me.
And then I
guess.
saw one when I was out this summer. I saw one on my arm, and I mean, of course, flicked it off immediately. And then it was like once you see one, you're then hyper aware.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and honestly, like, I feel like I don't think about bugs at all when we're out.
Same.
It's I just the worst it's ever been. Sometimes on hot days where the flies are just annoying, and I'm having to do that.
That was
but
when
it's like
the first
not
day,
typically a problem.
When we parked at 80K and we were walking to the first campsite, it was buggy. There were
Yeah.
like flies and stuff
A
like
little
that, but
bit,
it was
yeah.
like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
See, I'm not
Yeah.
so worried about the bugs like on the outside. I'm okay with that. Like, I don't want that shit inside my tent. So every time I open my tent, I zip it right up like
Yeah.
immediately. If I have to put my sleeping pad in, I zip just the bottom and then fit it through and then zip it back up. Just
Yeah.
minimal holes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
want
I
anything
mean,
in
one
there with me
one inside
sleeping.
the tent
Solvable.
sucks.
I don't want
It's
anything
just,
in
it's
it.
annoying.
I don't want anything
You know
in
what
it.
But what always happens is those little mothy things, like one sneaks
Oh,
in and
yeah.
it's just freaking
By the-
out.
like,
flying
that's
I'm
what I
like-
want.
Yeah.
By your Lucy light.
Yeah, it's
Leaving your tent
it's
open too long.
enamored by the Lucy.
So this is funny. We don't ever have to even think about this or talk about this, but like, I feel like if I lived in a place with these, it would freak me out all the time. Scorpions.
Oh yeah.
That freaks me out.
Yeah, no.
They're cool though.
They are cool as
see,
shit, but scorpions are
scares me.
freaky, dude.
But you
They
know what's
scare
cool?
me.
Have you guys seen the videos of people with the flashlights? They like glow. At
Oh,
night
yeah.
With the blue with the
black
it's like
light?
A black light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They like literally glow. They're like
Yeah.
like
Oh,
It's
they're
wild.
Kinda like
iridescent.
creepy crawlers, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
they-
Yeah.
Like glow in the dark.
That's
yellow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, their exoskeleton is like I forget what the
Irid-
word is.
iridescent.
Iridescent, almost iridescent.
But dude, they're
Yeah.
wild looking. Like the most
Oh, dude,
badass looking.
Yeah,
I
they're
see-
cool.
Little
Very
bug.
scary.
I've seen a few videos of people like grab them. I listen. I wouldn't be willing to go grab one, but I don't think they're that scary.
Are
This
they
is
like pretty
terrifying to me.
poisonous or no?
They can be.
Some of
Usually
them,
the
some
smaller
of them are
Not
very,
horrible,
some of them
though.
are very poisonous.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
there's like because I've seen they're like small, like white, like very pale.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
There's a couple of types.
I've always heard that the smaller ones are typically more dangerous.
Really?
And the
Okay.
bigger ones, they look mean, but they're
like
not
one
as
has
mean.
like a woolly. There's I forget what the word is. Types. You
But
should
yeah,
search
we
for
we
types,
got
right?
one of those, and that and camel spiders. That's another thing I saw that
Camel
most people-
spiders.
Those are terrifying.
Is it like
things.
tarantula?
It's no, it's like it's almost crab like.
Oh.
But yeah, they,
Tarantulas also kind of like freak me out. Although I don't think tarantulas are ever dangerous to humans. They're just big and fuzzy, right?
they just it just triggers that natural.
Yeah, I mean
like,
certain
ugh,
types of spiders
horribly
obviously are
gross
ones,
thing.
are ones you want to avoid. But yeah, tarantulas. I don't think. Would I want to hold one? No.
A
Would I want
negative
to
on
see
all of
one?
it.
No.
I feel like
but they don't freak me out.
Yeah, I feel like the lost tarantula in the room sitcom trope is like it's been done so many times, and it's like
Yeah.
on somebody's shoulder or
Yeah,
head, and you're
gross.
like, ah.
Well, and we're humans are naturally wired to be like icked out by
Yeah.
that
Desert
type of stuff.
Harry is the scorpion. Is that on the list?
Desert Harry.
That's the word.
It's such a awesome name.
I don't see that.
There's
I don't
one.
even have a list. I asked. I said, how many scorpions in the world? How many are
I gotta
deadly?
look. I gotta look.
He
now.
said. He
How ma-
said.
how many-
ChatGPT said that there are about 1,500 species of scorpions in the world, but only 30 to 40 species are considered
Yeah.
potentially deadly to humans.
That's still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The death
desert
stalker.
Harry and scorpion is one.
This is terrifying. The Death Stalker is
yeah.
the name of
Crazy.
one.
Badass
of them.
name.
They're crazy
Let me see
looking.
this
Yeah.
one.
Dude, look cool. They got cool
Yeah,
names.
Yeah,
it's
they look
terrifying.
cool.
They have pinchers. They've
Yeah,
got
dude.
the tail.
The
Dude,
Indian-
that's a crazy looking.
the
animal.
Largest
red
scorpion
scorpion.
species in the North America is in North America
Oh, sweet.
is the giant Harry, the desert Harry.
There's
the
a new,
Desert Harry.
It says here the deadliest scorpions are typically found in tropical desert regions.
Yeah.
Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. The two
Naga,
that are
naga,
so
naga,
the
naga,
two
like
that are
there.
the most deadly are the Death Stalker and the Indian red scorpion.
Listen, if you're called
All right,
the Death
so the one I
Stalker,
saw was neither of
yeah,
those.
Don't mess with it.
Yeah, dude.
The one I saw, and
I'm good, brother.
yeah, there was not one of those, but it was in the Middle East, so maybe it was.
There you go. I don't want anything to do with anything Australia has going on with their,
Yeah,
like, creepy
I'm with
crawlies,
you on
dude.
that.
That's there's camel spiders there too.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Every
insane.
like these crazy scary animals. All the stories are we're in Australia. That's how they start, and then they find some crazy
And we found this bug
horrifying
the size of
animal.
a jeep,
Yeah.
Only
and it
the
ate Timmy.
only the crocodile hunter could come from Australia. You can't get a crocodile
right.
hunter from anywhere
Yeah,
else.
Alabama.
Maybe. Well, I was gonna say maybe like
R.I.P.
Florida,
Yeah.
or something. But like, of course, the crocodile hunter comes
Yeah.
from Australia.
Yeah. Gosh,
man.
what a terrifying place.
Steve,
My
you're
cousin
the
had
man.
lived there for years. But yeah,
Did he see any hairy
I'm sure. Yeah,
death
I mean,
eaters or whatever?
bugs in the shoes and stuff. Like it's it's just like it's just
Everywhere.
hell on earth.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
mostly desert.
imagine having to check your shoes before you put them on all the time.
Yeah, which I do anyway, just because
Yeah,
I've got
generally.
this weird. If they're in my garage, I'm
of
just
mice?
checking. I mean, anything. I don't know. It's. I don't know. It's weird
Shake 'em
fear.
out,
If
make
it's not,
sure.
if
Shake 'em
it's in
out.
my garage, I'm like, there could be. Even if there's a daddy log lake in there, I don't want that around with my foot. It's like it's not going to do anything, but I know it's in there and it's going to crawl around. It's going to feel weird.
Pretty sure when your foot goes in there, it's gonna be bye bye.
There was one
Sure,
time-
I don't know, man. I just don't
Smush
want it there.
City.
Yeah, there was
want it
one
in
time
there.
where
still
my
don't want
brother-in-law was putting a
Same.
shoe on, and he was like, "There's something in my shoe. This is weird." And he like put his hand in, and he was like, "I can't tell." And he like tried to put a foot on again. He's like, "What is this?" And then a mouse popped out. And he was like, "Ah!" Like, why didn't it leave immediately? Like, this is weird. It's
Oh,
crazy.
Ugh.
Imagine from its perspective.
Yeah, right. It's like what the
This big fluffy freaking
Yuck, dude.
white mass just shoved it into the toe of the
Fluffy.
foot. Yeah.
Yuck.
fluffy sock.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
So
real quick, hang on.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah.
God, that would have been so annoying to have to do later.
That's for editing purposes, just for everyone who's listening or watching. And
I
has
forgot to do that
very
like
confused.
every freaking time. The last like 6 episodes.
It's hard to like sync up, right?
God,
Without that.
it's just annoying to do. It's
Yeah.
just a lot of
So let's talk about how to behave. Okay, because like
Yeah,
there's
that's good.
There's some obvious things, but I think they still need to be said. I also want to say that like we are not wildlife experts. We're buffoons that like to hike, but I think it's important to like talk about how to behave. And maybe there are
As
some tips that we
buffoons,
can learn
yeah.
as buffoons.
Yes.
Hey, man,
but
speak
there
for
might be some
yourself.
stuff that we can learn. And again, number one is like maybe the most obvious, but maybe not for some people. Like, don't feed wildlife. Even like tossing scraps out or to habitable animals, that can shorten their lives. So like, keep the food to yourself. There's a reason why we always say it. Pack in, pack out. Even just putting something, small like a rind or anything like that. It's not natural. It can make an animal sick.
The
It can
trail
cause
is
problems,
not the place
things
to
like that.
share.
But yeah,
with
best
animals.
case scenario, it likes it, and you've introduced something that that area of nature is not used to, and it's just not good. It's just encouraging that behavior for the animal, and then also for other people because it's gonna. So when we went to West Branch and the raccoons were literally, which
On
is just a
top
car,
of us.
just a
Chilling.
RV car camping place near us, and they'll just stroll right up to you and just be like, "Yep, I'm here for it. What do you got for me?"
Give me
And
the
you,
food.
you have to keep shooing them away and everything.
Yeah.
It's because they've just been,
Well, and the people just leave their stuff out at those campgrounds, right?
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
just, coolers and chips. I mean,
Right.
I gotta imagine they just
it's a
do the little
buffet.
loop.
Yeah.
It is 100% of a buffet,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
They just go campsite to campsite,
Yeah.
and they know they're gonna find something.
Yeah.
And then when
Oh,
they see
yeah.
things, they chill. They know.
Dude, possums are freaky.
Possums are scary.
They're ugly looking.
They're very
They don't
ugly.
scare me, but they're just like
Yeah.
so ugly.
Possums are good for the environment.
That's
though.
what I've heard.
Yeah, dude, they eat a lot of bugs.
And I don't think
anything
they can
that's
get
eating bugs, I'm all for.
I don't
can't-
think
they can't
possums
get
can get
rabies.
rabies
Yeah,
Really?
but
Yeah.
and they eat
Why
a
don't we have them as
shitload of bugs,
pets?
man.
because they're fucking ugly.
Yeah, dude.
Curl up. People have naked cats. Like
Yeah,
bald
that's ugly
cats.
too.
Dude, possums are cute until you see their tail, and then they're just big rats.
Even
That's
their,
all
even
they.
their face,
Gross,
man.
dude.
Look,
And they
they're
don't
mangy.
they like shit on themselves to fake dead.
No, do
No, they just play dead.
They
Dude.
just-
They
I
just
thought
lay
they
there
just
and
play
roll
dead,
over
yeah.
and play dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
that-
play
did I-
possum.
So I made
You
up
just
the,
made up the
they
shit on
shit
it.
on themselves. I thought there was an animal that shat on themselves in order, like they
well, snakes
defecated.
do.
Yeah, before they,
And earthworms
before
do.
they,
I'm thinking
before they play dead, they just wipe themselves down. Like, wait a second.
Like, yeah,
We're like
one
minute here.
They like shit themselves, so it smells like they're dead.
Yeah. They might. I don't know.
I would probably do that
You
if
know
a bear
what?
came
I
up
don't
to
know
me.
for
Yeah.
sure.
They put on
that
pants.
They don't.
And
After
then they
this
shit
episode,
their
I'm gonna look
pants.
it up. If I'm right, we're gonna put
Round-
that
round
as
of
a
beers for the
disclaimer in the
boys.
next episode that I was right about the shit smearing.
Yeah,
possum.
they also
possums.
Is it count as shitting
There's
yourself if
some
you're not
other-
wearing pants though?
No.
Well, like
Yeah.
you just shit, and then you lay next to it, and then you lay in it.
Shit.
You just roll.
You're like, oh man, this possum shit himself. He's got to be dead.
Or I just don't want to eat that.
Yeah.
Now
think-
it's
yeah,
now
I
my
think
meal smells
they-
like shit.
I
Yeah,
think they
gross.
also are
It
immune
is shit, Austin.
to something else other than rabies, and that's why it's like they're good for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody's
They eat a lot of bugs.
screaming at their radio right now. It's this, idiot. It's this.
Yeah.
Well, comment if
Comment
you know.
below.
Tell us how stupid
Help
we
us
are.
out. Come on. Quit yelling at
We're
the.
not experts
They
All right.
poop on
at
themselves.
anything.
They do. Austin,
He called the shit poop.
All right. So another thing is like controlling scent and trash. Like we talked about, like storing food properly, packing out garbage.
Yeah, just
pack in,
burn
pack
your
out.
food. Burn all the.
Avoid leaving
Don't do
micro
that.
trash.
Don't do
Another thing too.
I have something
that,
on
like,
sense, so let's go back to that. But finish your thought first.
That's kind of maybe we have the same thought because I was
Okay.
going to go there. There might be a couple things that maybe we don't even do when it comes to like food storage. That like some things that we bring with us that maybe we should be putting in our food storage and bear bags when we do it. Like if you bring like toothpaste and a toothbrush,
Anything that
that
smells.
should probably
I do
go
that.
in that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put that in
Deodorant
there.
shit.
But
Deodorant.
that's
Yep,
where I was
same.
going is, but in the opposite direction because I think, so not like toothpaste and deodorant and all that stuff is the going theory is like, hey, if it smells, put it away, right? Which
Right.
is the safe thing to do. You should probably just do it. But you got to think about what it actually smells like. So a bear's not gonna necessarily, go into a campsite and rip up tents
chamomile.
because something smells like lavender.
Yeah, but
It's like if that's
it brings
but if
them
it
to
smells
camp,
like
though.
It creates curiosity,
maybe.
though.
It
Yeah.
could create curiosity, but as opposed to something that smells like,
A salmon fillet.
but
exactly.
But listen, that's
or
like trying to say that like
something really fruity, like a blueberry, and
artificial orange tastes like orange. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fake grape taste does not taste like eating a grape.
Right.
So like they're curious.
I'm just saying, all scents are not created equal. So if you're bringing unscented things,
yeah, but all
or
toothpaste
things
is
that
pretty
aren't
much mint.
well, still, but
you
that
know.
that could be an extreme.
Yeah,
thing.
but I feel like
But
they're
then
used
they're
to
curious.
smelling mint,
And
stuff
also
like
when
that
we
in the
when we
wild.
think of mint, it's that's candy. Toothpaste smells like candy. Like
Right.
It's
not like
it may say it
mint
smells like
leaves.
mint, but it's like cool mint, which means it just smells like candy. But if it's
I agree.
so I think if it's unscented or if it's not something that is obviously going to draw and you leave it out, I don't think it's not the end of the world. But
If you wanted to split hairs over it though, you would put it in your can.
I think yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So if I brought like an unscented deodorant, I would not. I probably wouldn't think twice about like leaving it out accidentally. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Typically, I put it away.
I
But-
have like and I've always done that. I've done this up until the last few trips where I was like, you know what, I'm going to be a little more mindful. I'm going to put it away in my when we do the bear cans or the
bear bag.
hanging bear bag. But like I have electrolyte packets.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
and I keep
yeah.
them in some pockets. I have like a pack of gum.
That stuff's got to go.
yeah, I
stuff's
put
gotta
that-
go.
yeah, for sure.
gotta
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's, I mean, that's just it's one. It is sugar. Well, maybe not element, but still, it's got a. It's gonna.
Well, and it has
It's
a
an
scent.
attractive scent.
It has a scent.
But
yeah.
so are there scents that will make it so bears don't want to come near? Which so
What, you think like hanging a clove of garlic keep the vampires away? Like,
but you
Is there
you're
a
like
next
bear
episode, buddy?
deterrent?
Alex likes to piss dangerously close to his own tent. Is pissing in your own campsite keeping bears out?
Pee on your tent.
I
keep
don't
bears
know.
out.
I don't.
Pee
I don't
on
know.
your food bag.
I feel like that could
Pee
be
on your
like, well,
Ursac.
they're in my territory. They're
So
challenging me. I'm going to come out and
I've
I don't
seen
know.
I've seen that online, and I don't think it's
That's
necessarily
interesting.
decided one way or the other. It's not a
Hard to
reliable
test that.
method to keep them away. But they say that like you don't need to.
yeah,
You
with
shouldn't feel like you have to walk 200 meters away to go take a piss because I think it's not going to attract them, but it may not necessarily keep them
Deter
out.
them,
either.
yeah.
So-
They're like, oh, this is their territory.
yeah.
but it is something if you've got, especially like we have strength in numbers, and we've talked about that before. That for wildlife, for us, one big reason why we don't see is because we're loud and obnoxious,
Yeah.
and we're big. Like there's just a lot of
This
us.
literally says no. Peeing near your camp is not an effective way to keep bears away. In fact, it might even increase your chance
Oh.
of attracting them.
That is different than what I saw. Well, Alex, you gotta shape up a little bit,
a little
dude.
more space.
Wow,
huh?
I was all ready to just pee all over my food bag.
I know. I was
I'm glad you looked that
The
up.
four of us just took the cardinal directions and just like, hey, pee. You know,
Where you
Make
peeing
a
at?
I got
Where
north.
you got north. All right, I'm gonna go west. That's my pee spot.
That's funny.
It said don't do that, but instead, proper food storage, use a bathroom spot, clean up after yourself, avoid scented items, use bear deterrents.
There you go. All the normal.
There we
things.
go.
Yeah.
We've covered it.
This is a funny one. Give animals the right of way. Move aside if moose, elk, or bison are on
Oh,
the trail.
dude, for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If Yogi Bear starts walking up the trail, it's like,
Yeah.
you go ahead, bud.
You're good.
Stay right there.
Your trail.
I have the right of way. I'm going uphill. You're going downhill. You stay.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
gonna go.
I think all those rules go out the window
yeah,
when you're talking to
100%.
Yogi.
Yeah, I think
Definitely.
It's about where the heavy breathing starts, and you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
It's so funny.
Which is funny. Maybe that takes us into the yellow jacket conversation because when we were at Adirondacks,
Oh, yeah.
and we're just strolling along, Austin's leading the pack, and I was towards the back. All I heard was Mike say, "Stop!"
Yeah,
So-
Mike screaming, Austin, get back here.
Yellow jacket.
Well, I'm glad that he did because the yellow jacket nest was right by so like in the Adirondacks, you know, some of the ways up or down, like it's pretty puzzling, right? You have to kind of like figure out your way and look at a problem and then tackle it. And I was literally like, I was like on top of going down a pretty steep rock and root combo, and I didn't quite know where to step next. I was kind of working it out, and he's like, and I was right over.
You were feet
There were
away
like
from it.
dozens, if not
Yeah.
more, yellow jackets like swarming me, and I didn't see. And so he's like, dude, you gotta. Right. And so we backed up, and I was like, oh, geez, so many were buzzing around. So we kind of like took a second, and we observed where we needed to go down, definitely one at a time.
Tried to see if we could find another way that wasn't
There was
walking
Right
over
over
a
it.
yellow jacket's nest. And
But
there
we
wasn't.
found like there was a good way to like basically slide in your butt down this flat rock to go down fast and get out of there. And
Yeah, we were out of there pretty quick.
No, we got out of there
but,
really quick.
but you had to walk within 3 feet of it to get
I
to
mean,
the top of that
closer than
section
that.
and then go down.
We're,
so
you're really over top
So
of it.
I was
it was
watching.
closer than 3 feet.
I was the last to go through, and I was watching all of you do it, which was a sight to behold. Because you went, and as you're walking towards it, they notice us, obviously.
Yeah.
And so for the audience, like if we're walking up on the top of this section, like Austin described, and about 3 feet to the right of that top, where you have to sit and start going down, is this little hole in the dirt. And we're just seeing dozens flying in and
It's
out.
so-
Yeah,
Brian
there's
and I
so many
spotted
of
it, and
them.
we're just like, they're going crazy. And so Austin goes first, and like one or two kind of buzz and do a circle around him, and then go back, and then they're just doing their thing. Whoever's next goes, and there's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And like each time they're like a little more
little more
curious, and I'm at the end. I'm like,
You have like 20 out there.
so. But yeah, I mean, and so everyone's being very like cautious, because if you rush and you just go after it, you're going to tumble down 12 feet of rock and you're going to break your leg. But if you go too slow, you're just sitting on top of yellow jackets. And it's
Yeah.
like you don't want that either.
It was
so
fun.
seeing everybody handle it was
so funny.
was interesting. But yeah, that was new.
Yeah.
That didn't happen to us before.
That didn't really spook me out much because I just felt
I'm
like
okay with that,
if we're not
too.
like kicking the nest or whatever, like
Yeah,
we're
we're
just
not-
gonna go
right.
by it, right?
Yeah.
And nobody got stung. Which
And
is
I
good.
think like
It was good.
a sting wouldn't ruin our day. It would just be an annoyance. That's
My
really what
None
it
of
is.
us
my
were
worry
allergic,
wasn't-
which was good. So
Yeah, my worry wasn't the sting, but it was because of having to go down that problem. I was like, all right, if I'm doing this and I get stung and I react, it's either
Oh,
going to
yeah,
make
yeah.
me fall, or
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
to start
Good point.
freaking out,
Good
and then
point.
more are going to get me.
I'm
like,
fairly certain
crushed.
yellow jackets release some kind of pheromone after they sting you.
The
that
rest of them go-
attracts,
yeah.
that attracts
Yeah.
others to go to the scene.
So they'll mess you up.
Is that what happened in that
think-
movie?
Oh, I don't know if those were yellow. Are
What
you
was that
talking
movie?
about
What is it called?
My Girl?
My Girl.
Yeah.
Dude, Macaulay Culkin
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
stung
yeah.
by bees.
That's
I
how he
think- I
dies.
mean,
The saddest
Spoiler
funeral
alert. Yeah.
moment in television history. She's like trying to get his He needs his glasses.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's
my,
so sad.
my fear was that, and I guess I was stung I think last year, and I didn't have a reaction.
stung last year.
My fear in that moment though was like, what if one of us gets stung and doesn't know we're allergic to it?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like because like my
That's
brother
true.
recently came into
Oh yeah,
understanding that he's allergic to bees, and like not like lightweight allergic to bees, like, and he was never allergic as a kid, but now if he gets stung, like it's ER.
Yeah.
Like he's going to the ER
Frozen.
immediately.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So like I just, it was like, I guess kind of top of mind. I was like, well, shoot, if someone gets stung,
At that point, we were pretty far in too. There wasn't like a very easy
Right.
out
Oh yeah.
Right.
for
yeah.
us.
It was hours out.
Wow.
Yeah.
it's one of those things. It's like, if you haven't been stung in a while, like, do you know?
Yeah.
Which actually I'll probably start because I don't know if I am. I don't know if anyone else is, but my son Isaac is allergic to earth. And
Why is
so we have we carry EpiPens.
Yeah, dude.
everywhere
Probably
now.
not. Probably
So
not a
I'm just
bad
gonna bring
idea
one.
to chuck one in a
Yeah,
bag.
that's part of my kit.
Probably
I
not
think,
bad
just to
idea.
have it.
I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, yellow jackets.
Yeah, I think in like to wrap up a little bit, it's all about a mindset. We're a visitor in their home. The goal isn't dominance or fear. It's just about being aware and coexisting with these animals. And again, like that's why I like the thing where they talk about the right of way. It's their land,
Yeah,
and let's try
you're
to
a guest,
minimize
right.
it as
Leave no
much as
trace.
possible.
Yeah,
So-
I think the biggest takeaway from the whole thing is like just know how to store your food, know how to store all your stuff that smells, right? We talked about the bear can, right? You could use a bear canister. Not all bear canisters are exactly the same, so make sure that you have the right bear canister for the right area that you're going
Right.
to.
The rating matters too.
And if you're not going to do a bear can, make sure you hang a bear bag the proper way, just in case you don't know.
Or ask Pfeiffer to go on a trip.
It needs to-
Yeah,
or ask
I'm
my
happy
for
to
you.
join.
It needs
I'll
to
do all
be
the bear
it needs
bags.
to be on a limb that's at least 8 to 10 feet from the base, and it needs to be 12 to 15 feet high.
4 to 6 from the base. But 8 to 10's better.
I think it's 8 to 10 now.
No, okay.
I'm not. That's just what I'm seeing here.
That's
but
fair.
I think
Yeah.
things do change.
Not close
so
enough
just
to
make
the
sure,
trunk
yeah.
for a bear to reach
Right.
it.
But
More space.
bears can reach.
better.
The height's
they climb up and they reach.
The height's
so.
the big thing. A lot of people go way too low.
Yeah, too low.
It's like, get that thing
Yeah.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, there's a ton of videos and stuff like that you can look at of people doing. There's like 3 different methods that you can do for a bear hang. So do some research before you go out.
Yeah.
Don't just listen to our podcast.
But you could just
definitely
listen to our
do that.
podcast and you'd know.
Definitely do
you
that
have
first.
tons of knowledge.
We really didn't say a whole lot this episode.
We did. We talked about a lot of good things. And
Yes.
namely, what Hyperlight is about to do with bear
the
canisters.
bear can, dude.
So
The Hyperbox. Let's go. I'm ready.
Wow.
Are we done?
I think so.
done.
I think so.
All right.
All right.
Well, that means you're done. The only thing you have to do is then just hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate that. If you have a question, let us know. Shoot us an email. The email is trailtheorypod@gmail.com. Thank you. We love you. We'll see you later.
Giraffe versus gorilla. Let's get ready to rumble!
The Trail Theory Podcast is sponsored by Audio Mute and Audio Technica. Music by Dan Koch.